What's up, Disney Dreamers? Yes, it is I Dream of Disney 92, where I talk about all Disney all the time, and I'm all alone! I'm finally all alone in my own home. I decided to take advantage of this opportunity and speak as loudly as I want to because no, the audio on my videos have been really horrible. I don't have a microphone, any of that high-tech gadget stuff, so I kind of have to like lower my voice. I'm usually accompanied by my boyfriend all the time, my upstairs neighbors, blah blah blah. But today is Friday and I'm off from work and Christian is working and probably everyone else is working, so I decided to talk at an actual sort of normal voice volume, so I hope you can hear me out there. So in today's video, I thought it'd be really fun to do the Disney tag. This is kind of like putting a stamp on my channel and, you know, allowing you guys to get to know me a little bit more. I might get to know myself a little bit more with, you know, my answers. And the Disney tag, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of peering into your Disney soul. So the one that I'm doing is 30 questions. There are tons of others, 80 questions, 10 questions, things like that, but I think 30 is the perfect amount. So without further ado, let's jump right in. I really could honestly just read the questions off of the internet, but I'm extra and I printed them out. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. So the first question is favorite animal. So I honestly didn't know this for a very long time, and then I thought about it, and I have two, but I do prefer one a little bit over the other. I really do love Maximus and Pascal from Tangled, especially Maximus, because when I first saw that movie, I was like, who is this, and why hasn't he been in my life until this point? Like, he's just so funny. My two favorite parts of him in the movie was when he walked into the Snuggly Duckling and he was just like on a mission and he was so serious and he was walking between the people and he just like took his legs and just like shoved people aside. Like I just thought that was so funny. And the other time was when they were at the festival and Rapunzel was dancing and she was like, come on Flynn, come join me, and he goes like, nah, you know, like I'm trying to be cool, and then Maxim just shoves him into the circle. I thought that was hilarious as well. And Pascal, I mean, he's just the cutest thing. They work great as a team. I love when Rapunzel finds the crown that Flynn left in her tower, and she's trying to figure out, like, what the heck is this? She puts it over her arm, and he's like, no. And then she, like, looks through it as, like, I don't know, magnifying glass or whatever she was doing, and he was like, no. And then she finally places it on her head. She looks ethereal. She looks beautiful. She looks like Queen. And Pascal's like, could it be? And then he's like, no. And for some strange, odd reason, you guys, Pascal reminds me of my older brother. I don't know what it is, but especially like when they were healing Flynn Rider's hand, and Pascal's like trying to calm Flynn down, and he's like, just focus on the hand. Like, I don't know, like that part reminds me of my older brother. It's strange. But yeah, those are my two favorite animals. 4 minutes to answer one question. This is gonna be a long video. Okay, question number 2 is favorite character, and I've gotta say, Stitch. I have a lot of favorite Disney characters, so this one was difficult, but I just feel like he is my favorite non-princess character. Beast was like Beast is like right there, but I will definitely get back to him a little later in the tag. But Stitch is just so cute. I can't. I love Stitch so much, and he is a little nasty, but then he has like this fiery side, and he's really funny, and I love when he goes like, oh, like I don't know, like I do that all the time. When he was reading The Ugly Duckling, and he just wanted like a family, he wanted his Ohana, and his ears drooped down. Stitch. Like, when I go to Disney World next year, I have to find a Stitch plushie. Like, it's coming home with me. I'm gonna have like 3 plushies in my suitcase. I don't know how I'm gonna get them home, but we'll see. It's gonna happen. Alright, number 3 is favorite Disney classic. I've toyed with this answer for quite a while. I was gonna say Cinderella, I was gonna say Lady and the Tramp, Lion King, but you know what? Gotta say Beauty and the Beast. Even Little Mermaid was up there, but Beauty and the Beast, I don't know. The whole movie is just so beautifully written. Animation is gorgeous. Like, I don't remember seeing any other Disney classic that had a feature like where Belle and Beast were dancing in the ballroom and they focused on the ceiling with the cherubs. Like, The attention to detail was amazing, and just the whole story is great. It's, you know, beauty is within, and you got to get past that hard exterior. It sends a really great message that you really could truly fall in love with anyone, and family's important. I don't know. I just really love the movie. I have ever since I was a kid. So, Beauty and the Beast. Number 4 is favorite hero. Duh. My man Hercules. He's so awesome. I love Hercules. I love that movie. I was going to say it's a really like underrated movie, but I feel like it's either having some kind of resurgence, or I don't know, maybe a lot of people are watching it more often now, because I do feel like it's coming back a little bit. But I'm a big fan of Hercules, and he is a really great hero. He risked his life to save Meg, and he's saved hundreds and hundreds of people, and I mean, he would just do just about anything for everyone, even though I feel like a little bit was selfish. You know, he just wanted to like be a god, but he was born a god, so I feel like he deserved it. Hercules is my favorite hero. Number 5 is favorite heroine, and Mulan is definitely one of them. I mean, she saved China, duh, and she saved her elderly father from getting drafted into the army, so that was very awesome of her. And I really like how different she is. You know, she's not like a cookie cutter woman like everyone else in her town, so I definitely identify with that. But to be honest, I also really love Belle as a heroine, and the reason I say this is because she, you know, risked her life for her father. Her father was going to be Beast's prisoner, but she took his place. She saved Beast from his entrapment, you know, from his curse of being a beast. And I mean, she saved everyone else from their curse as well. So I think that's really notable in my book for being a heroine. Number 6 is favorite kiss, and Beauty and the Beast. You're gonna see a kind of a pattern here. I should have worn my Beauty and the Beast ears. Whatever. But yeah, that is my favorite kiss, because hello, it was the most magical thing I've ever seen. As soon as their lips touched, everything was just swirling, and there was glitter everywhere, and there was wind, and then the curse was broken. Okay, hey, it is exactly 8 days later from that previous clip you just saw, because I have not had alone time in my home for 8 days. I am currently running like an Airbnb. Not really, I'm just allowing my brother to stay here for a month, and then a lot of personal issues happen, and I'm hosting 2 people in my home now, so it's been really crazy. Everyone's always home, or someone's always home, but right now I am currently all alone, and I thought I'd finish this Disney tag even though I'm not wearing the same outfit. It's been 8 days, and I'm gonna try to speed this up. It's 30 questions though. I think the last thing I was talking about was my favorite kiss, and I was explaining it was the Beauty and the Beast kiss because it was magical, and yada yada yada. You all know that Beauty and the Beast kiss was magical, so that's my favorite kiss. Favorite love song is Tale as Old as Time, because Tale as Old as Time. My favorite original character. Now this I'm assuming means favorite like Fab 5, so Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, and Pluto, and I'm gonna have to go ahead with Mickey because, as Walt Disney once said, it all started with the mouse, so I love you, Mickey. He is the original. Okay, favorite Pixar film. I'm gonna have to say Toy Story 1 and 2. I can't really decide between either or. They're really literally on like the same level for me. I'm gonna go with, Toy Story 1, because Toy Story 1 for me is, I mean, I was 3 years old when it came out. I've watched it probably ever since, and it's the original. I love the Toy Story franchise. And then the second one is amazing because it has all these new characters, and it's more vibrant, the animation's better, and it's just a really, really great movie. The only reason why I'm not including the third Toy Story is because I've watched it significantly less than the other 2. And Andy's all grown up, and it's kind of sad, and he gives the toys away eventually. It did make me tear up though, but it's not on the same level as 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are a lot closer to my heart, but I do still love the third one. Some shoutouts, I also really love Monsters, Inc. That's like my close second Pixar film, and I really, really love Coco. Coco is becoming one of my favorite Pixar movies. Number 10 is favorite prince, and I'm gonna go ahead and say Eric has always been my favorite Disney prince, but that's because Ariel's my favorite princess, and Eric is really dreamy the way he's drawn. But I also really love the Beast. I know technically, I guess the Beast counts as a prince, right? I mean, he's in Beast form, but I think he's still royalty, so Beast and Eric. Favorite princess is very parallel to my favorite Disney princess. It's going to be Ariel and Belle. They're both gold. I love Ariel. She's vibrant, fun, and beautiful, and has a lovely voice, and curious, and then Belle is just kind of a little bit more toned down. She's a little bit more serious, but not really. She still has the playful side. She loves to read books. You can see I'm speaking at 100 miles a minute right now. Okay, favorite quote. I didn't know if they meant like favorite Disney movie quote or favorite Walt Disney quote. My favorite Walt Disney quote is, "If you can dream it, you can do it." It's very simple, and I mean, basically he's saying, if you put your mind to it, or if you dream about it, it's kind of like the Cinderella quote, the dream that you wish will come true. I love quotes that have that, references dreams and having them come true. It's very magical. And then I have two favorite Disney movie quotes. The first one being Hakuna Matata. I love saying that. I love that phrase. It means no worries. And my second favorite Disney quote is from Peter Pan, when they say, "Now, think of the happiest things. It's the same as having wings." I love that. I love that rhyme. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, number 13, favorite sequel, Toy Story 2. It's literally the best sequel. I can't even think of another one because a lot of them are those corny, really bad direct-to-DVD sequels. Some of them are okay. Like, I actually really do enjoy The Little Mermaid 2, but I'm gonna have to go and say Toy Story 2 knocked it way out of the park. I'm gonna go ahead and go on my knees. I know I could sit on a chair right now, but I'm really not trying to set up my, video area right now. I'm trying to finish this up right now. Favorite sidekick? I'm gonna say Baymax. I don't know who it was before then. I guess I never really thought about it, but Baymax is an amazing sidekick. I would just feel incredibly safe if he was always with me, and the fact that he risked his life to save everyone, and then he came back, that was just awesome. I love Baymax. Okay, favorite song. Be Our Guest is amazing. I love Be Our Guest. And I also really do enjoy Under the Sea. It's so playful and fun. So you can really tell. I love Beauty and the Beast. I love Little Mermaid. So a lot of my favorite things comes from both of those movies. Favorite theme park attraction. Now, I haven't been to Disney World very often like everyone else that I've seen has. So I've only been to Magic Kingdom, really, from what I can remember. I know I went to Epcot, but I barely remember it. So I'm gonna say my favorite theme park attraction from Magic Kingdom is Space Mountain, because that was amazing. I remember going on it when I was 12, and I went on it last year. It was super, super fun. I really did also enjoy the Little Mermaid dark ride, but I'm gonna say Space Mountain just because it has more thrills, and I love roller coasters in the dark. Not that I've been on that many. I've been on a few, but that was amazing. Number 18, favorite theme park. Like I said, I haven't been to Disney World that much, so for now it's gonna be Magic Kingdom, but hopefully next year that will change. Not hopefully, maybe Magic Kingdom will be my favorite, but I'm dying to see the other parks, and maybe that will change. So for now, Magic Kingdom. Number 18 is favorite theme park show, and because I'm, solely going off of Magic Kingdom here, I'm going to say PhilharMagic, because again, like Space Mountain, I remember it going, seeing it when I was 12, and I remember it being one of the most magical things ever. And when I went last year, it was just the same. It was perfect, and it's really, really fun to see, and I'm going to make it a tradition that every time I go, I definitely have to see PhilharMagic. So yeah, favorite show for now. Number 19 is favorite villain. I love Ursula. I mean, she is just fabulous and glam and just severely evil, but she just does it in a way that, to me, I would love to be her best friend. I love Ursula, and she's just so confident with herself. And I also love Hades. For me, he's kind of like the male version of Ursula, in the sense that he's, confident in who he is and very glamorous and just so fabulous. I love them both. So, Ursula and Hades. Favorite villain song. Poor unfortunate souls in pain in me. I love Poor Unfortunate Souls. It's amazing. Every time I watch it in the movie, to me it feels like I'm watching a Broadway musical. I love singing it. I sing it all the time. I love the way it was written and composed. They did a phenomenal job. Poor Unfortunate Souls. Number 21 is least favorite Pixar film. I'm gonna have to say Cars. Everything about Cars, the Cars franchise. I remember seeing the first Cars movie maybe once. I tried to give it a chance again recently, and I couldn't even go through more than half of the movie, so with that being said, I didn't see the second or the third, so I know I need to give it a chance, but it's so boring to me, and it's not funny at all. I don't know what category it's in. I know it's like more like a kids movie, but I think it should be funny. To me, it's just not funny. I don't know. Obviously, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I'm gonna say Cars. For now, is my least favorite Disney movie. Number 22 is least favorite song. I'm gonna go and say, this is the one that comes to mind. Maybe there's one that I detest more than this, but I really don't like Can You Feel the Love Tonight in The Lion King. It's so, I don't know if it's because it's lions, but it just seemed so cheesy when it was going on. It's annoying the way it sounds. I like a little bit of it, like very, very little, kind of when it progresses a little bit right before Timon starts saying stuff, but it's not like on my Disney playlist. I will not listen to it on my own. It's just not a great song for me. Number 23 is Movie That Makes You Cry, Coco. No other movie has made me cry more than once. There are movies that make me cry, sure, but Coco, literally every time I see it. And it's funny because I know what's going to happen, and then it happens and I just cry still. I will never probably cry as much as I did the first time I saw it. I was an emotional baby. My boyfriend was laughing hysterically at me. It was literally uncontrollable crying. Tears of joy, tears of happiness when Coco was reunited with Hector at the end. Spoiler alert. But, I almost died. And every time I see that part, I still get the feelings, it wells up, and it may not be like the first time, but I definitely still shed some tears. And I also cry when Hector, you can see him flashback singing Remember Me to little Coco. It's so cute. That movie was done like perfectly. So yeah, Coco makes me cry every single time. Number 24 is Movie That Makes You Laugh, and I'm gonna go ahead and say Tangled. Tangled is a really funny movie. The comedic timing is perfect, and it still makes me laugh to this day as hard as it did the first time. So Tangled is one, and I really also do love Monsters, Inc. That's a really funny movie. So Tangled and Monsters, Inc. Number 25, overrated movie, Frozen. I feel like everyone says it because it's true. I don't think I've ever seen a movie explode the way Frozen did. Like, when it first came out, I couldn't go to the dollar store without seeing dollar items with Frozen all over. I understand that, I guess, when a movie comes out and it does really, really well, I guess maybe kids' movies, and any movie, I guess, but when a movie does well with box office success, of course there's a lot of merchandise that's gonna come out, but Frozen way overdid it. They did it with the merchandise, they did it with, the Broadway show, and even, like, shows that have nothing to do with Disney. Like, I was watching Jane the Virgin, one of my favorite shows, and one of the characters names her twin's daughter Anna and Elsa, and was confused as, to everyone's reaction. They're like, you're naming them after Disney characters? So she's like, what are you talking about? Like, I can't even watch regular TV shows without hearing about Frozen. It's ridiculous, but Frozen, I think, is way overrated. I love the movie, don't get me wrong. I really like the movie. I really like the movie. I love singing Let It Go. It's a great, unique movie, but I just think it blew way out of proportion. Number 26 is The Saddest Death. Ooh, this is going to be controversial right now. A lot of people say Mufasa, and it was, don't get me wrong, it's a really sad death, but I just don't think it's the saddest. I know, please don't, I know. I already know what you're going to say. I just don't think it's the saddest. Maybe it's because I'm older, I'm 26, so I'm not going to cry at it anymore. It doesn't shock me or anything. It definitely still pulls on the heartstrings, but I just feel like there were other, deaths that were just kind of like, I don't know, it tugs at my heartstrings a little more, such as like Bambi's mom, because he was so little and alone, and he's in the forest and he's screaming, Mother! Oh my god, that's so sad. He was like, Mother! Couldn't find her at all. At least Simba found his dead father's body, but Bambi didn't even get a chance to say goodbye or, see anything that happened, and then his, distant father comes and says she's not here anymore, or whatever he said. She can't be with you anymore. It was just sad. Number 27 is the song that gets stuck in your head. There's not just one song that gets stuck in my head. There are several. I always, like I said, sing Poor Unfortunate Souls, Under the Sea, Be My Guest. When Will My Life Begin by Entangled. So all of the Disney songs, but I guess the ones that I mentioned are the more popular ones that get stuck in my head. Okay, we are almost there. Number 28 is the first movie you remember seeing. I don't know. I don't know how people can come up with these answers. I can tell you the movies that came out around the time that I was born, because it's probably one of those. So there is Beauty and the Beast. I believe that came out in 91. I was born in 92. Lion King came out in 94. Now the other one, so it could have been either those. Toy Story came out when I was 3, so it could have been that either. But I watched a lot of the older ones around that time as well. So Cinderella, Little Mermaid, Bambi, Lady and the Tramp, Snow White. Excuse me. It could have been any of those movies. So all those movies, throwing it at you. I saw one of those. I just don't remember which one was the first one. 29 is the saddest scene from your favorite movie. So like I said, my favorite Disney movies are, or at least my favorite Disney princess movies are The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast. And I don't think they really have sad scenes, especially Little Mermaid. It's way too happy. I mean, when she was crying because she found out Eric was getting married, it wasn't really sad. Like, they didn't do a good job with, it's just not sad, you know? It's okay. It's just not sad. It doesn't evoke tears for me. And Beauty and the Beast, yeah, when Beast dies, it's sad, but you know he's going to live, even when you just know. I mean, it has to. Disney's not gonna make him just die. Like, you just know he's gonna be alive. But there are really sad scenes from other movies that aren't my favorite, but of course Up, when you find out that Ellie has a miscarriage and she cannot conceive, it's a real tearjerker. And in Toy Story 3, when Andy gives his toys away to Bonnie, I mean, Disney, what are you doing? That was beautiful. I mean, for me, like, I don't even know what Toy Story 4 is gonna look like. Toy Story 3, that was the perfect ending to the whole franchise. I don't know what they're gonna do with the 4th one, but that was amazing. And it's not like it was sad, it was more like bittersweet. So it was both sad and happy. Oh, thank God. Number 30. Number 30 is the most underrated Disney movie. I have to see a lot more, like the ones that came out in the 40s and 50s and things like that, ones that you probably didn't even know were Disney. But from what I've seen personally, I would probably say Enchanted. But that's only because I honestly, compared to the hundreds of movies that are out there, I haven't really seen that many Disney movies. I've seen a lot of the princess ones, and the non-princess ones are not that many that I've seen. But Enchanted is a really good Disney movie that I feel is underrated, because I'm assuming Giselle should be a Disney princess, but she's not. The villain in there, I have to rewatch that movie, because now I'm getting kind of fuzzy. It's been that long since I've watched it, but the villain was really good. Little squirrel was cute. The whole movie was great, and I haven't really seen that much, like, about the movie in the parks, but I did hear, you know, That's How You Know. I don't know if this is a daily thing, but there's like a trolley show, I guess, or a Main Street show that happens, or that happened when I went to Magic Kingdom last year, and they sang that song. So that was a really great inclusion of that movie, but I still think as a whole, the movie is underrated. Okay, you guys, so that's it for this Disney tag video. I'm so sorry it was all over the place. I feel like it's very long, even though I tried to speed it up, because it's 30 questions. But I'm sorry that, you know, it took about over a week to make. You can see me in 2 outfits, and my background's changing and different angles and all that. I'm really sorry. I don't think I'll be redoing this. For Disney tag, I definitely will probably do it next year, maybe a year after, just because I will be going to Walt Disney World, so some of the answers might change. So I definitely want to give it a sequel or a reboot, or, you know, definitely a new version. But for now, 2018 at this time of filming, all of the questions that I've answered, those are my most up-to-date answers. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about anything related to Disney, definitely feel free to comment down below and say hi. And don't forget to click subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Tons of Disney videos are coming out, and I'm going to try to do them every week, but with the holiday season and me, you know, having people in my home, I don't know how frequent that will happen. But stick with me, you guys. I promise it'll be worth it. And that's gonna be it for today, so I will see you next time.